Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with another Minks Monday Q&A, but before we get started, let's share the bag that I'm currently using, and that is the Louis Vuitton Toiletry Pouch 26. I know, it's a toiletry pouch, but yours truly uses it as a clutch, and I haven't used this in such a long time that I just wanted to give it some love, and I love it. I wanted it to be a little bit different. You know, it's not your traditional bag, so I figured let's go with the toiletry pouch. All right, so let's get started with the very first question from Scarlett Barber. Do you think you'll ever get sick of the Louis Vuitton monogram or damier prints, or try their more subtle designs without logos? You know what, I honestly don't think I will. There's some pieces that I have that I think only work in monogram or only work in damier bin or azure, and I don't think I will, not at all. And will I try more subtle designs without logos? Probably, maybe later on into the future, but there's just something, I don't know, there's just something so appealing about some of those canvas prints, and I know they're canvas, but there's just something about them that entices me, you know what I mean? So maybe in the future I will try things without logos, but for now I'm digging their logos. Okay, Nikisha Quinn. My 40th birthday is right around the corner, and I want the Louis Vuitton Majestu Tote MM. Do you think that it's a showstopper, or should I get something else? Now, I'm probably butchering it, like I told you guys earlier about the Majestu. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, but this bag retails for $9,200 here in the States. There are two different styles that you can get, if I'm not mistaken. And do I think it's a showstopper? I don't think so. And I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm not trying to knock against anyone who has it. This bag has ostrich skin, snake skin, a monogram canvas, and oh, what's that other skin? I think it's lizard. I don't remember. I think it is way too busy. There's just so much going on. If it was just maybe two of the exotic leathers and not the canvas, I think it would look a lot better. Plus, with that price tag, $9,200, I don't think should have a shred of canvas. And yeah, I just think it's way too busy. I think there's just too much going on. Personally, I would get something else, and I am a huge fan of the Capucine. The Capucine is classy. It is just beautiful. It's clean lines. It has just the beautiful leather, and it doesn't have, you know, logos everywhere. I just absolutely love the Capucine, so I would check that one out if you wanted to. Or if you like this Majestu, I know I keep saying it wrong, go for it. It's whatever makes your heart sing, especially for your birthday. You want to get something that you truly love. Okay, next, S Pink. How do you care for your costume jewelry, which is not sterling silver, stainless steel, or gold? I was given some beautiful Vivienne Westwood orb earrings for my 30th on Tuesday. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Which I believe are only silver plated. How do you care for them? How do I care for them? Okay, mini focus. How do I care for them to stop them from going a funky color? Okay, so let me just show you guys. I brought these over so you guys can see them. Most of these are my Swarovski rings, and obviously you guys know I have some of the necklaces and whatnot. And while these aren't stainless steel, gold, or sterling silver, some people say that they tarnish. I have never had any one of these pieces ever tarnish, and I'm so happy about that. And usually all I'll do is I'll take sometimes the higher end costume jewelry comes with a little felt, and that's all I will do to clean it off. I don't dip it in any jewelry cleaner or anything like that, because sometimes those are a little too harsh and it might kickstart the tarnishing effect that it might have. So if you avoid that, I think that's great. I have washed my hands with these. I have put soap on them. Nothing has happened to them. So I honestly think that usually the higher end costume jewelry won't have that tarnishing problem. I'm not saying that all of them don't, or some costume jewelry, just no matter how expensive they are, they will tarnish. But I personally haven't had that problem. And I think Vivienne Westwood is pretty much around the same, I would probably say around the same line as far as Swarovski goes. And like I said, I've had no problems with any of their tarnishing. Like, look at this one, this huge beauty. It's just so sparkly. I get distracted. But I haven't had any issues whatsoever. So just a little cloth that you can kind of clean in between the hardware. And then if you have any gemstones, you can do that as well. But I personally would not dip it in any type of solution whatsoever, just in case. Okay, Laura Ramirez. But before I continue, that is just personally what I do with my jewelry. I know some people might have other opinions or other options that they do. So if you can, let us know in the comments down below. But like I said, that is just personally what I do with mine. Okay, Laura Ramirez. I really want to buy a Chanel Classic flap. I'm debating between the Jumbo and the Maxi. I want to be able to fit a full-size wallet if needed. Would you say the Jumbo is similar in size to the Chanel boy bag in medium, new medium? I would say probably yes. And I didn't bring it out here because I don't know why. That's my Jumbo, and then behind that is my my boy bag. I would say it's pretty similar, with the only difference that the Jumbo has the double flap, so it kind of takes away from it. And I am able to fit a full-size wallet in my boy bag as well as my Jumbo, but it really doesn't allow for anything else. Everything else, if I was to carry a larger wallet, I would have to have clays. Maybe 2 clays and my phone, and 1 lip gloss or lipstick would be the only thing that would really fit. Because the Jumbo and the boy bag they're not very wide, but they're not too narrow either. So just as an example, here is my Prada wallet. It's a full-size wallet, and then you have your mini pochette. You're able to fit maybe this much in both of them as far as the width goes. But personally, I would always stick to a smaller wallet with either one. With the Jumbo, I usually use a smaller wallet just because I want to carry other things like my mini pochette. So if it's a matter of what types of essentials I need to carry with my Jumbo, it'll always be this guy, because I can't put my makeup cases too wide, so everything goes in here. Now with the Maxi, obviously you have a lot more space, and you're able to definitely fit a full-size wallet. And as far as other items, you have a little bit more space. So Maxi, if you're looking to maximize the most that you can get in your bag for daily essentials and things that you absolutely need, you cannot go wrong with a Maxi, because it's a perfect size. It fits so much in there. Next, I would say it would be the Jumbo, and then the boy, but it sounds like you might already have the boy. But I would just be careful. Personally, it's just personal preference that I want to carry a smaller wallet with my Jumbo versus a larger wallet, as I said before, because I have other items that I would love to carry in there. And no matter what, I always have to make room for my 6-ring key holder, because that goes with me everywhere unless my husband's driving. But even then, I always carry it with me. I'm trying to find it right now. And my neck is sore. That's why I'm having issues. I don't know where I put it. I must have dropped it. Okay. Everyday Glam. What are your thoughts on the Louis Vuitton Toiletry 19 versus the 26? I'm guessing that I will end up with both at some point. I would like one in monogram and one in epi. Which size and print combo would you do? Monogram 19 or 26, and epi 19 or 26? Well, as you saw, I already have a 26 in the monogram. I personally like this one better in the monogram. Just that's my personal preference. I wanted a monogram piece that I can use as a clutch, and I think this is the perfect size, the perfect shape for it. Now, if you want something a little bit more subtle without the logos and all that other stuff, something that you can wear more towards any other function where you don't want to have the logos, I think the epi would be better. Personally, I would prefer the 19 in the epi, and obviously, as I told you guys before, I have the 26 in the monogram. That's just that's how I prefer it. And I've actually thought about getting the 19 before. I really do want to get one, but the only problem is that it's a little too stiff as far as me putting it in my smaller bag. So it takes up a little, it's not huge, but it takes up enough room that when I put my hand in my bag, my hand will always end up hitting the cosmetic pouch, and that's not what I want. That's why I opted for only getting the rounded off ones, because to me it just seems like it fits my bag a little bit better. If I was to carry my Neverfull with a toiletry pouch, I would prefer the 19 for that reason, because it's open. I don't have to worry about it. It's not a confined space. But I would do the Epi in 19 and the monogram in 26, or as I said before, if you want something that you can use for weddings, birthdays, dinner dates, and just utilize it so much without having those logos, I think that the Epi would be a better decision, and then the 19 in the monogram. That's just my opinion. But I love them. I love the 26. Okay. Anahita Y. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. I really like the new Louis Vuitton City Steamer bag, and I'm considering getting it. What are your thoughts on the bag? Also, do you know how durable the leather is and easily it may scratch? Thanks. I have not seen the City Steamer bag in person, and this time I am waiting to see it in person before I make a judgment, because I don't want to always come on here and say, oh my gosh, it's this, it's that, blah blah blah, it's horrible, and then eat my words later. You know what I mean? But I am excited to see it, and I have heard that the leather is extremely durable, right along the lines of Epi. So we will see, but I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, but I'm excited to see it as well. Would I end up purchasing that bag? It's not my personal taste, but I am, like I said before, very excited to see the bag in person. Okay. Al-Arabsep, I don't know. I'm so sorry. What is your opinion of the Teddy Blake handbag versus the Hermes handbag? YouTubers are saying Beauty, the Italian leather company, were manufacturing these bags since 1958, and Hermes started in 1978, 20 years later. The Teddy Blake handbags appear to be extremely high quality Italian leather. Your thoughts? Okay, so for those of you that aren't familiar, Teddy Blake is a company who they make bags that look exactly like Hermes. Birkins, Kelly's, what was the other one? I think there's a few others. They look very similar to other high-end fashion brands. And it's funny that you should ask, because I was actually, I was sent an email maybe like 2 months ago from Teddy Blake asking me if I wanted to do a review on my channel, and they were saying how great they are. Why would you pay $10,000 for a bag when you can get one for, I believe they were $400, and they show high quality and this and that. Like I told you guys before, my thoughts on them, if this is the type of bag for you, then go for it. I am not here to judge. However, if you're asking me, do I want to showcase a bag that looks exactly like another famous designer, I'm not the type of person that would do that. Especially when there's such a huge difference. It's not just the leather. There has to be something else. The quality of the leather, the craftsmanship, the hardware. There's so much more. There's so many more details that go into a Birkin or go into a Kelly for the Hermes fashion house. So when you're telling me that you can sell me one for $400, or you can send me one for $400, or send me one that's worth $400 but looks exactly like a $10,000 bag, I'm not going to buy it. Like I've told you guys before, I'm the type of person that I like fashion houses for their originality. I don't necessarily like the fact that someone's going to say, oh, well, you can get it, but it's a lot cheaper. There's just so many more details that go into it. The leather might be high quality, definitely, sure. I've never seen one in person, but again, there's just so many. I don't want it to look like a Birkin or a Kelly. I don't want to come on here and say, oh, it's just as great, you should get this instead of that. To each their own. But personally for me, there was nothing, when I went onto the website, there was nothing that really sparked my interest. It was a newer website, yet they've been around since 1958. So it's like, okay, what's going on? You know what I mean? So it just, I don't know, it just threw me off. It didn't seem enticing. It didn't seem wonderful. But again, these are just my opinions. Okay, Sierra Marchi. I'm saving up to buy my first Louis Vuitton bag, and I've been eyeing the Pallas BB. What are your thoughts on this bag? The Pallas BB, I think it's really cute. I think it's a really great alternative to a typical crossbody bag. I think that it will keep its shape a little bit better because it is a smaller bag. If you were to get the Pallas in itself, it is a gorgeous bag, don't get me wrong. The sides will end up slouching a little bit like the Artsy and the Palace Shopper. But again, like I said before, I think that it'll keep its structure because it is a smaller bag, and I think they're so cute. Every time I see them, I think they're adorable. And I think it'd be a really fun starter bag. If you carry a little bit more, I don't think it's the ideal bag because you have to end up going compact. But if you carry very minimal items, maybe 1 or 2 items at most, 3 items, I think it'll be great because of the size, and again, your crossbody, and you get to really feel for the leather and the canvas. Okay, Crystal Flores. My handbag collection is teeny, and the only larger bag I own is a Speedy Bandolier 30. I've always loved the Alexander Wang Rocco in black with rose gold hardware, and I saw you've taken a closer look at the bag. 2. Do you think it would be wise to have 2 bags of very similar shapes, or to save up for a different bag like the Neverfull? Okay, so I did my video of some of the items that I got for my birthday yesterday, and I talked about the Alexander Rocco bag. My hubby bought it for me, and it had glue on the handle, and it was lopsided, uneven leather, and I did take a closer look. I checked them out 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, and I really liked their leather. The leather is beautiful, and I just really like how rich the leather looks. It's just highly pigmented on some of them. Personally, I'm not a fan of the rose gold with the black hardware, but I know that's what they're known for, that a lot of people like that style, and I think it's fine. I brought it up close to my Speedy 35, and they're very, very similar. They have the Speedy 35 has a bigger sag than the Rocco does, even with the studs underneath. But I think it's okay to have similar handbags from different designers. So as I told you guys before, with the Teddy Blake, it is in exact replica pretty much of the Hermes Birkin, right? Now, when it comes to the Alexander Wang Rocco, it's just completely different. It has a similar silhouette, but there's just so many other details that it has, and I really truly like them. And you know, even though we had that issue that I didn't end up keeping it because of the problems that it had on the outside, I still am very much so intrigued by them. I think what I'll end up doing is getting one pre-loved and then go from there, because they don't have really good resale value, which I looked at, but I think they're beautiful. They really do remind me of the Marc Jacobs line. The Marc by Marc Jacobs has the same similar feel for the leather, the same great hardware. It has that vinyl, or not that vinyl, oh my goodness, that nylon interior. So it has a lot of similarities, and I would never pay $925 for a Marc by Marc Jacobs bag. So I think it's great. I think it's great to be able to have variety, definitely, and I don't think they look too similar because they do have those different aspects. But if you want something that's a tote and you don't have to worry about hand carry or putting it on your shoulder, or something that does get heavy, because that Alexander Wang bag is extremely heavy, but I freaking love it. I would say if you want something different, go for the Neverfull, but if you like the Wang, go for the Wang, or the Rocco. Okay, Elaine Dejoa, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Hi, wanted your opinion on the Petite Mallet and the Capucine BB in Tangerine or Hibiscus Flamingo. I have the Speedy 30 Bandolier in Damier Ben, the Pouchette Matisse, the Bastille MM in the color Iris, just to give you an overview of my Louis Vuitton pieces. I have lost interest in canvas. I use my bags a lot. I don't reserve them for special occasions or anything. Okay, my opinion on the Petite Mallet. As cute as the Petite Mallet is, I think to me, it's not useful. It's so small. And I love the craftsmanship on it. I love the details that it has, but it is so small. And for that price tag, I'm not a fan of it. The Capucine, as I told you guys earlier, I love the Capucine, whether it's the BB or the MM. I think they're just beautiful bags, wonderful leather, great quality hardware. Personally, out of the two, I would go for the Capucine, and I would probably go for the Hibiscus Flamingo, just because that's more my color. Tangerine isn't really something that I'm attracted to. But either one I think would be great. Okay, Pally1240. Would you or have you ever borrowed any of your bags to your friends? This is a great question. Once upon a time, I let a friend borrow a Coach bag. Years ago, I let her borrow a Coach bag, and you know, she's like, I really want something nice. I want to do this, blah 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 blah. So she returned it to me, and it had, so I don't know what happened. I wanted to be like, what is this? This isn't the bag I let you borrow. So ever since that horrible experience, that was a Coach bag. There is no way I'm doing the same thing with my Louis Vuitton or my Chanel. I know some people might think, well, that's just, you know, that's mean, they're your friends. But when I think about it, no one will ever take as good of care of your items as you will, right? No one will. You know, and I just think that when it comes to money, when it comes to handbags, when it comes to things like that, borrowing from friends, clothing I could really care about, you know, my shoes or my clothing, go ahead, go for it. But when it comes to some of the luxury goods, especially when they're friends that don't necessarily appreciate it, if they're just like, oh, let me borrow it because I think it's so cute. No, they're the same type of people that'll just wear it just to wear it, versus us that wear it because we appreciate the brand, we like the way that it looks. There's just so many more things that go into a luxury brand for people like you and I, right? So for that matter, I will never do that again. I don't want to. What ended up happening is I just looked at her and she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I didn't say anything else. You know, I bit my lip. I kept it to myself. She had a great time using the item. And, you know, at the time, all I cared for was the fact that she was happy and she felt comfortable. You know what I mean? But I was still heartbroken deep inside because my bag didn't look the same that it looked like when I first gave it to her. So I don't want to go through that again. And especially when it comes to these luxury goods and the types of price tags that they are, I don't think so. My girlfriends that have similar tastes as I do, it's almost like an unsaid thing. Like, we all know that none of us will ever borrow each other's items, even though we'll say, oh my God, I want to borrow it so bad, but we will never act on it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I learned my lesson. Okay, and last question by Darth Diva. And my printer was running out, so hopefully I can decipher what it is that I was trying to say in here. Darth Diva, by sheer luck and being in a wait list as number 85, I recently acquired the elusive black caviar wallet on chain with silver hardware. Presently, I have a maxi Celine Phantom and a small sac de jour. My plan was to get the walk to round out my collection as a casual crossbody and or formal clutch. I purposely did not use it because I was immediately unsure, looking as it gives me doubts, and it may not fit my must-haves: my phone, keys, antibacterial, lippy, and brow pencil. I am struggling to let her go because she is so hard to get, and I love her look. Would a rectangular mini work better? A medium large? Help. I am considering selling the sac de jour and returning the walk to get a pre-loved jumbo. My heart hurts. I don't want to regret it if I let her go, but I also don't want to use her if it's not a good fit. Someone else can be lucky, number 86. Okay, so let's go one by one. The difference, okay, so I did a video, I don't know if you watched the video on my, last week I did the Chanel Mini versus I had contemplated getting the Chanel Mini. I bought two of them, and I had the square mini and the new mini, the rectangular size. Neither one of them fit my body frame, and even though my walk is narrower, I felt that my walk fits a little bit more. I know, totally crazy, but the only reason is because on the walk, you already have the lining to put your credit card, so I don't have to worry about a wallet. And with the mini, I have to put a wallet in there. So it's kind of the same thing, but I would say that the rectangular mini would probably fit a little bit more than either one, than the walk or the square mini. And for me, the Wok is just wonderful. I now have 3 in my collection. I absolutely love them. I'm able to fit a clay, my round coin purse, some gum, a lipstick, my 6-ring key holder, and then I have my credit cards in the backside. I have so many items that I can carry in there. And I like it because I'm able to wear it so many different ways. You can wear it crossbody. You can wear it as a long shoulder strap. You can put the straps together and make them like a little mini handbag, or you can just hide the chain completely and use it as a clutch. There's just so many versatile things that you can do. And I honestly think that with the items that you have that you need to carry, a mini might be better because the antibacterial is a little bit bubblier. But again, like I said, I use my 6-ring key holder without a problem in there. And the jumbo obviously fits a lot more in there. The only thing that I cannot fit in my jumbo is my cosmetic pouch. Everything else of my 7 essentials fits. Even my Chanel sunglass case fits in there without a problem. So that's, I mean, for me, that's a great option. The medium large, I have to go a little bit more compact. So I can't fit my sunglass case in there, or I have to take out some things and put something else back in. So I have to be really careful on which things I want to pick, even though I do love the medium large because I think it is extremely comfortable as well. But personally, I can tell you that the Wok is wonderful. I can tell you the Wok is fantastic. But it sounds to me like you're already having doubts. And when you start to have, I'm sorry, my throat is killing me. The minute anyone starts to have even the slightest doubt, it's because there's something in their gut telling them, okay, this isn't the bag for you. As beautiful as it is, as wonderful as the item might be, it might not be suitable for everyone's lifestyle. So if you're already starting to have doubts, the last thing that I would want is for you to, for you to keep it after my advice, and then you end up not using it. Then you lose that money, and now you're stuck with an item that you don't like. You know what I mean? Or something that you don't use. So I say try it out. Put the items that you absolutely need in your Wok. Try it around. I mean, look around, see if it feels comfortable, if you like it. Just kind of model it if you were out and about using the Wok in your home, and see how it works out. Like I said, I'm a huge lover of the Wok. I think they're fantastic, but they are not for everybody. Some people prefer the mini over that. Personally, if you absolutely need to carry all of these essentials, I think that the medium large is a great size. I really think that the Wok will be able to fit your items in there perfectly. And the jumbo, obviously, you can fit a lot more in there. So the jumbo is maybe a little bit too big for all the items that you carry. But other than that, I honestly think that that the medium large would be a good fit, as well as I think the Wok will work. But that's just me. I don't want to try to persuade you into saying this is the one for you. I want you to follow your heart. You know what's funny? When I did a video on, what's it called? On buyer's remorse. And this is kind of the same thing. When I buy something, and if I don't use it for the first couple of days, and I not necessarily forget about it, but I don't use it, it's because I'm not as excited about the item as I thought I would be. And I did a little test myself. I actually ended up getting an item. I wasn't too crazy about it. I really liked it. Should I get it? Should I not? I wanted it because it was so hard to find. And then I set it aside. I didn't use it. I ended up returning it. And then when I returned it, I was like, oh, yeah. I totally forgot I even had it. It didn't even faze me because it was something that I truly in my heart knew that wouldn't work out for me. So that's just the way that I see it. If you don't use something, you're already starting to have doubts, then follow your heart, follow your gut, and go with what you like the most. Okay, but that does it for Minks Monday Q&A. I don't know what is going on with my throat or with my brain. I'm having brain farts left and right. But thank you guys so much for all of the wonderful questions. I hope I was able to help. And I have a what's in my bag coming up this week. What else do I have? What else? I think I have one other video. Yes. But other than that, yeah, I have a pretty solid week. But that does it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.